Hey folks, why haven't you subscribed yet? Tell them, Lily. Hey folks, this is the first video in a series of 6 videos. This is going to take place over the next 5 weeks after this week. So it'll be 6 weeks total. It'll be every other video. I upload twice a week on Thursdays and then on Sundays. And my Sunday, this will take my Sunday video spot. So today's video is going to cover the basic overview as well as basic biology of crocodilians. After that, I will go over prehistoric crocodiles and then environmental harms or conservation issues concerning crocodiles. Both good things that has happened as well as things that need to happen. So, like I said, this week we are going to cover, it's going to be an overview. There are 24 species of crocodilians divided into 3 different families. The first family that I will go over next week will be the family of, I'll put the name right here. It's Alligatidae, I think so you pronounce it. Yeah, I'm horrible at Latin, forgive me for that. But anyway, biologist is horrible at Latin, or a biology major. But alligators, that family covers both the 2 species of alligators as well as the caimans in South America, Central and South America. After that, I will cover the family of crocodiles. And then the last, or the third video will be, or the 4th video will be covering the gharials. I will most likely put the Tomistoma in with the gharial. There is a divide on which family the false gharial or Tomistoma, what family that should be in. Some say crocodile, some say the family that contains the gharial. But I'll put it in that one because they do look so similar. I've not taken sides on one or the other. It's just the way I'm going to group things. And then of course I'll go over I'll go into some depth of the prehistory of crocodiles. And in the future, this series I'm going to put in a playlist and it will be expanded on. There will be species profiles that I'll go over, both modern as well as prehistoric. I will go over eventually go over the 3 most popular prehistoric crocodiles as the giants that live, which are the Deinosuchus, Sarcosuchus, but I'll put the name here. I forgot the name. Which were each measuring close to 40 feet long, which is twice the size of modern crocodiles. But that being said, now for the basic biology of crocodiles, or crocodilians. Crocodilians, as most of you know, are semi-aquatic reptiles. They live in lakes, rivers, and some species in the ocean. They are ambush predators for the most part, although a large portion of their diet does consist of fish. They do eat a lot of fish. The larger species, the Nile, the Indo-Pacific, and at times American alligator and a few others have been known to kill and eat humans. As a matter of fact, crocodiles are probably the only reptile, with the exception of maybe a Komodo dragon, which have actively hunted humans. They have been worshipped as gods in the past, and been symbols of gods where people have been near them. People have always feared them for good reason, for the simple fact that they are ambush predators. Okay, this is a very old, I got this when I was 10. It is an alligator head. I would not buy this now. The alligators are no longer on the endangered species list, but I'm not a big fan of these things anymore. This one has been put up. So, the one thing you notice about an alligator, its eyes here, its ears. So its eyes, its ears, and its nose can be held just out of water while the rest of his body is submerged. Most people know this. This gives them a very good advantage. They also, as to my knowledge, all crocodilians have what's called a nictitating membrane, which is a membrane, a third eyelid that is semi-transparent. It's not completely transparent, but it is semi-transparent, and it works kind of like a goggle. So when they go underwater, this, and if I can find a picture, I'll put in a picture here after this, but it'll go over the eye, and that will completely allow them to submerge and have some visibility. They are very powerful. Most of them have very powerful jaws, bite forces, and can do some damage. All crocodiles can do damage to humans. Some places allow you to have them as pets. Certain species as pets, let's say. I would not recommend that. Their size ranges from the small dwarf caimans of around 5 feet up to the massive saltwater crocodiles, which has been suggested up to 23 feet. We do know that it has got up to at least 20 feet. And even the 5-foot dwarf caimans, they can hurt you if they want. If they get upset, if they bite you, they can hurt. The thing with an alligator or a crocodile's bite is they contain a lot of bacteria, like most animals, including humans. So if you get bit, you need to go, most of the time you need to go on a course of antibiotics. But they can all hurt you. Even the gharial, which has a long, thin nose, and a lot more delicate than most crocodiles, can be dangerous. Most crocodiles have fused skulls with very little openings. So there's not as much openings like where humans have the sinus cavities. Most mammals have sinus cavities, and most mammal skulls, for a large part, they're a lot more delicate than a crocodile skull, a crocodilian skull. To have a crocodile to just hit you with its head, can be bad. A large crocodile, a hit with the head or tail can be very bad. But they are, like I said, aquatic or semi-aquatic. They are ambush predators, as I was showing with the way their heads are made. That is perfect for them to rush out of water at a drinking animal or an animal that's near the water's edge. They're very hardy. They are extremely hardy. They're not as cold tolerant. Alligators more so than crocodiles. Alligators can survive freezing temperatures. They do this by staying submerged, and they will have a hole in the water to where, as long as their nostrils can get where they can get some air, they generally can survive below freezing temperatures, but not extreme cold. They have a lot of they seem to have a lot of a very strong immune system. They fight a lot in the wild, in dirty water that if a human would go in with open wounds would cause a lot of issues for a crocodile. They seem to be able to just heal from that rather easily. So most likely they have antibodies in their blood. I think there were some people were doing some studies on that. Their hearts are quite amazing. They are the only reptile to have a 4-chambered heart. Crocodiles and birds are the two last living archosaurs. Crocodiles, birds, and tuatara. If I'm not mistaken, a tuatara is. If not, I will let you know. But they're one of at least the few remaining archosaurs left. Archosaurs are the group, archosaurs encompass dinosaurs. So crocodiles are related to dinosaurs. They are not dinosaurs. They are very distantly related to dinosaurs. They sprang up around the same time as dinosaurs did, from a common ancestor, most likely. Throughout the past, there have been both. Crocodiles have maintained a body similar body structure. Sorry, they have maintained a similar body structure, but there have been deviations. There's always been semi-aquatic crocodiles feeding on both freshwater, or both aquatic life as well as terrestrial life that comes to the water's edge. Sarcosuchus and Deinosuchus fed on dinosaurs, most likely. There's some evidence that point to that. But there have been deviations. There have been crocodilians that have been found that have teeth designed for eating plants, so there have been herbivorous crocodiles. There's also been some terrestrial crocodiles that galloped, more or less. But yeah, crocodiles are an extremely interesting group of creatures. That's the reason I want to do the series. They are my favorite group of creatures, as I may have already said. And they are extremely beneficial. There have been studies on their blood, as I was saying, and their mechanically their hearts. It has been suggested that their heart, they can kind of bypass a blockage on their own. So if an artery becomes blocked or something like that, where a human, that is a lot of times fatal without medical assistance, a lot of times a crocodile can kind of grow a bypass around that blockage. Or at least it's been suggested that. That was suggested quite a few years ago. I'm not for sure of the latest research. I've not heard anything about that lately. But they are very interesting. They have a set of senses. Their touch is unique in that. Okay. If you look, you may be able to see little black dots along the bottom of this. Those black dots are touch receptors. The receptors in their jaws that pick up vibrations in water. they are sensitive, very extremely sensitive. As juveniles, they can pick up just a tiny drop. As adults, I think they're just as sensitive. There have been suggestions that they're not, because what they've done is basically had the adult gator in a blacked out environment, and were doing water drops. At one time, I've not followed up on the study, but they were dropping water droplets near the adult gator, and the adult gator didn't react. And one of their hypotheses was that as they mature, they lose sensitivity. And I don't necessarily think that may be the case. I think what may be happening is that as they mature, they rely less on the minute vibrations and more on the major vibrations. But that is an extension of their sense of touch. So they are very good at their job of ambush predator. They lie in wait. They will see something. A lot of times they'll have their eyes above the water, see something, and submerge and make their way towards that object. Now, this has been documented with both Nile crocodiles as well as others. They will make their way towards their prey. When their prey touches the water to drink, or if their prey goes into the water to cross the water, that's generally when the crocodile attack. There are a lot of deaths, as I'd said. So if you're in an area where large crocodilians live, whether it be alligators are very mild compared to the other species. But even if you're in a place where there's a large alligator are opportunistic and have been known to take humans as prey. They will, so if you're in an area where there are large gators, most of the time you don't have to worry. But around dusk or dawn, it's best to stay away from the water's edge and do not put your feet in the water. If you're at a dock, don't hang your feet over the water and dangle your feet in the water. Or don't sit and splash in that water's edge, that kind of thing. It's not the best idea, because although the chances of you being attacked are extremely low compared to if you were in an area with crocodiles, large crocodiles, there is still that possibility. So use caution if you live around them. Thank you for watching this first video of the series. I will go into more detail. This one was kind of rambling. I was going to write it out, and I didn't. I should have, but I didn't. But as I said, this will be the first in the series. My next video will not be about crocodiles. I'm not for sure what that one will be about yet. I have a couple of ideas. And we'll see come Thursday. Hopefully everything works out. We're under a winter storm warning at the moment, and this is Sunday, February 14th, so it is Valentine's Day, and we are starting tonight. We're supposed to be getting some ice here in East Tennessee. There's already ice out there. As a matter of fact, I'll show you a picture. This here is close to my house. If you can see this is a short video instead of a picture. I don't know why I said picture, but anyway, you can see all the ice on the trees. That is ice. That is not snow. We have not gotten snow. It's basically what people around here call fog ice, or is freezing mist. So yeah, the roads are slick already, and it's most likely just going to get worse. Hopefully we don't lose power. If we do lose power, I may not have a video Thursday. I hope we don't. And generally speaking, if we do lose power, it will be fixed by Thursday. But at the same time, there are a lot of people there are a lot of trees over power lines in the area that or near power lines. So generally speaking, if we do lose power, it should be back up by Thursday. But if not, then I will skip Thursday's video and just do one Sunday. I don't want to, but that may be an option. Or it may be a have to kind of thing. The chances of that are very slim. But anyway, I'm rambling. You all have a great day. Stay safe. If you live in my area, if you're one of my local followers, stay safe in the storm. And you all have a blessed day.